Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's Charlie. It is Tuesday, October 29th, 2019. It is about 5:32 in the afternoon or in the evening. I usually don't consider evening till about 6 p.m. I don't know, sometimes 5 p.m. Well, right now we are in kind of in a pre-watch type of thing. It's always it's always darkest before the dawn, I guess. Um, uh, it was reported that starting 11 o'clock tonight through 6 p.m. tomorrow evening, afternoon, we are in a high fire watch. The winds, they said, the winds are, the weather is very unusual for tonight and for the overnight. It's just unusual for whatever it seems. And they made it sound kind of weird, but so with the fires that we have and whatever, everybody's going to be on high alert. Everybody that got to go back in their areas, they said repopulated. Um, they said don't get too comfortable now. Just be prepared to leave at a moment's notice because it doesn't really take very much with the fires that are right now in that area. It's just like flood channels, like funnels. It just channels the air through the wind coming through, and it just takes one tiny little ember and got another fire and a disaster. And the thing is, you wouldn't think so, but one little ember could be carried for miles, and without going out, it'll just stay glowing, whatever. And then when it finally lands on something, it just finds its food source and starts eating, and there's another fire. So it's not unheard of. It's happened many, many times before. That's why it's so important that tonight everybody's vigilant and everybody in the affected areas that were allowed to go back, just be prepared to leave again at a moment's notice. And that goes for anybody that is just waiting to be given that word. Definitely don't stay. And the funny thing is that by law, they can't force anyone out. The police, no matter, they can't force you to leave. They can't force you. But they just implore everybody to leave, when they ask you to, because they've said it time and time again. They continue to reiterate it. It's like, it's just now we're really risking our lives just to come get you because we already told you how dangerous it was going to be. So you got to remember, you're not really equipped to handle or to fight a fire. They are, and they do it with every caution and everything. Of course they're going to risk their lives to put the fire out, but they're not going to completely risk their lives, to put that fire out. So if that's what you think they're going to do, then no, it's not right. So they ask you to leave, please leave. If you stay, then that's on you. That's on your own accord. So, all right. Well, yeah, it gets darkest before the dawn. Remember, I had already told you that I had the interview and the application for Section 8, and that yesterday I was not yesterday, last week I was waiting for a phone call. So last week came and went, weekend came and no phone call, and here it is already Tuesday, and it's just like yesterday I was, as the day was ending, I was already kind of getting bummed that I hadn't gotten a phone call. So yeah, I don't know. I do know. I got a phone call yesterday, folks. Yesterday, as I was uploading the video, I got a phone call, and she said, "Well, Charlie, everything came back, and you've been approved. Can you come to my office Wednesday?" Blah 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 blah. So I got approved for Section 8, my friends. Um, yeah, the whole thing earlier was just kind of clickbait. I've never done this clickbait stuff before, but I got the Section 8. Yeah, so now tomorrow I have an appointment. I'm going to go tomorrow afternoon to go talk and fill out whatever other necessary paperwork and be told more specifically of the rules and uh, what it is that it's expected. I already know what's expected of me, what I can and can't do, blah blah blah, and pretty much now everything's on my shoulders. So now the responsibility is I know is it's my job now to find a place. I'm approved for the money to move into a place. I'll find out also in more detail how much the the voucher is for, uh, how, when, what, how it can be utilized, where it cannot be utilized, specifically what area. It not like I'm going to go too far. I'm definitely going to stay here. I had another meeting with another worker, ironically enough. Um, so, and I already told her about this Section 8. So she said, "That's great. That's fantastic. I'm going to throw some feelers out there. So if I or any of my people come across anything, we'll let you know and you can get on that and go looking." So cool. I got another source of uh, eyes out there to help me because this is going to take a little while, and also find out how long, how much time I have with this voucher to go look, because it's only a limited time. I think it's either a few weeks or maybe 3 months. I can't imagine it being very long. And they only give you so much time with a voucher because you can't be sitting on this for like months, and you can't be honestly, you can't be spending weeks upon weeks upon weeks looking for a place. I know it's hard out here and everything. It is very challenging to find a place, but even more so difficult to find a place that accepts Section 8. Believe me. It's not that it won't be covered. It'll most certainly and securely be covered. It's a governmental, county, whatever, backed, money source. Um, so yeah, it's definitely it's why a lot of real estate companies and landlords and what don't accept Section 8 because of the stigma that comes with Section 8, and that usually comes with uh, abusive people, namely abusive women, homeless or was homeless, transients. I don't know, just economically challenged people who have, I don't know, disputes or whatever, and I don't know, for whatever reason that's the stigma that comes with that. So, and that's what they've probably experienced. So uh, even one that hasn't experienced a Section 8 tenant, they already know the stigma of the Section 8 world out there, the community. So they just automatically are on the defensive and are just automatically going to say no. Don't even bother applying here. Basically, you have long hair, you can't apply your job or get a job here. So go find someplace else. Go sell some flowers off the freeway off ramp. But yeah, it is a little more difficult. I mean, I could be standing next to a guy. I mean, I could do this twin parallel comparison. Walk into a place that may or may not accept Section 8. Um, be on my own, of course. Say, hey, yeah, I'm interested. How much is rent? $1,900. Sure, I can pay that, no problem. Let me have the application. Okay, I'll fill it out. Okay, here's my check, credit check, whatever, blah blah. And I also got to find out too about that. Um, and then I could go again, and then just say, okay, yeah, sure, that. Thinking in my head, yeah, that'll cover it. Yeah, sure, okay. But I do have Section 8, and whatever. Oh, Section 8. Oh, well, yeah, I don't know. I know this because I've been with friends helping them out. Spending all day on the buses, going from here to Union Station, catching the Silver Streak, and going to El Monte. Whew, going to El Puente. A lot of places, and hearing a lot of no's because of Section 8. So that still doesn't discourage me. It does not in any freaking way discourage me. It's a little bit more of a challenge, and I guess I like a challenge. They're exhausting though. Ugh. I am tired of getting challenged, but I still got to do what I got to do. So that's awesome. So tomorrow afternoon I have the appointment, and I'll let you know more tomorrow when I find out what more entails. So, um, yeah, pretty cool, right? I got this. I got the Section 8. Holy cow! And I kind of I did the darkest before the dawn thing also because never so more in my life than when I was homeless. I guess I was just more eyes wide open, I guess, in that sense. But I've always had help. There, I've always been in those moments, not as much as when I wanted to, but where something at the last minute, something shows up, something happens in my favor, or whatever happens. I don't know. And when it does, I never really, honestly, I never really said, "Oh, thank God." Really, it was like I did, but not really caringly, not being sincere, not really being totally honest. Oh God, thank God. I was just like, oh yeah, thank God. Just caringly, like a lot of people do, like most of us do on an everyday basis. We just say it just because it's just a common thing to say. It's just like saying like the word like, oh yeah, like or like. So we don't really thank God. We're just using the phrase. But I had started noticing when I was homeless and something that my back was up against the wall, and I needed to do this, or I needed to get there, or I needed this thing to happen or something. And I'm thinking, oh man, I am on the cliff, toenails are just like hanging off the cliff. And I was like, how am I going to get this done? How am I going to accomplish this? Or how am I going to get the money? Something happens, and the fruition, happens. Oh, I got something in my eye. And I'm like, whoa, God, ooh, thank God, that just saved me, or you just saved me, or you just helped me, my friend, or you helped. And I just was more appreciative of those moments at any other time more in my life in the past, especially when I was younger. We are not just really very appreciative race of creatures when we're younger. Some of them are, I like to say a lot of us are, but for the most of us, we just kind of like how we just throw our youth away. But From the time, just a lot of no's and trying this and hey, can I get into that program or where can I apply for this program? I apply and no, 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 maybe no, to finally getting this place last year, having a job again, being employed, uh, being a lot more self-sufficient in a sense. I mean, I'm not on GR, I'm not on general relief, I'm not on food stamps. Uh, I go to work every day. I go to work when I'm supposed to. Uh, I do my best to find my means of transportation to and get from work. Um, I care for myself. I feed myself. I clothe myself. And I'm just doing what's expected of me to do, and that is to want to survive. You have to want to survive. If you don't want to survive, you're always going to be stuck in that mire. That mire. But being stuck in a mire doesn't mean you're going to be there forever. It only inhibits your progress of going forward. See, it's kind of a test of one's resilience, I think. Because if you were like a horse or a cow or a just some loafy kind of animal like that, maybe not a bear or a cougar, but I think a little more tenacity of survival. But like a horse or a cow or whatever, if they were stuck in the mire, they would just want to give up. I guess maybe some of us are those kind of breed-like animals in life, just want to stay in the mire. But and I've seen a lot of people who have, and I'm like, oh my god, wow, check them out, dude. They just got their place. Look at that. That's freaking awesome, huh? See, told you they had it in them, and some of us are just like, oh man, see, just had that appointment, and what's he doing? He's drinking, smoking, screwing up. And not just in the homeless community, but we see this regular people that have never known one day's worth of poverty. They know people that are like that and trying to better themselves. And this applies to regular people, not just homeless people. If you're stuck in a mire, you want to survive. You have to survive. I think basically maybe that's just the meaning of life. Is the meaning of life is to. Why does it have to have any other importance? I mean, it's pretty obvious what the meaning of life is. The meaning of life is to survive. Did we ever, as kids, when we're doing the sea monkeys and pouring in the water and adding that little activator liquid or whatever, and watching them and seeing these little tiny microscopic creatures? Like, I got sea monkeys. It's just brine fish, brine shrimp. Um, don't be so disillusioned. Don't disillusion yourself in life. You know what you're capable. We're all capable of a lot. We can do so much. But do we want to? And we do have our own fears and demons. We we sometimes have a fear of failure. Fear of failure is whew, fear of failure is a big MF to a lot of people. When I was younger, I didn't want to fail in life, but I kind of let my own fear fail me. I just wouldn't go past my boundaries. No, I'm not too sure if I can. I know what I was capable, but I guess maybe wanted to be in a safe zone. But when you're homeless, you have nothing else to frickin' lose but your own life. You have no more pride, really. You have no really great quality of life. You have no security. You have no sense of stability, no sense of safety, no sense of well being, no profitability of a good future. So, why not just invest your time in pursuing these silly avenues that are quickly opening up and then quickly shutting down for a period of time? Just do it. Just do it. This is my third time. This is my third time trying for this, for Section 8. Yeah, third. I guess third time's a charm in this case. Yeah, it's my third time. The first time was at the senior center. I remember that because I went online on their computer system, and it was tricky. But now the real work begins. So I already looked at my schedule ahead of time. Oh my god. So yeah, I go back. Oh Lord. So I go back to work Saturday 6 to 11:15, and then I work 3 days next week. Anything past that is unseen. Criminy. Now when I need to really start saving my pennies, I have to dip into that very, very small little small bubble. So it's a bubble. I got it. It's but then that's what we do, right? This is what we do. This is why it's so important. You need to see, even this in transitional housing, it's not safe, it's not secure, it's not guaranteed, it's not 100%. So you got to compensate for this. So, and I've tried to do my best. So it's cool. It's good. Everything's good. Just a little rough. Going over a dirt road with ruts, so that's okay. A little bumpy, no big deal. But the important thing, tomorrow, got it, my friends. Oh my God. So tomorrow, I'll know a little more. I'll know a lot more. What am I saying? I will know a lot more, and I will. I'll let you folks know, and cool. Just say a prayer for me, please. I'd really appreciate it. Just say a prayer. That's it. Or you don't pray, then just good vibes. Just corny. I know. All right, my friends. So you folks take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other, help one another. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment, pull down your pants, and slide on that ice. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, what we're doing, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notification button. Tell your friends and family about me, about us, what's going on. And that I got a Section 8 appointment tomorrow. Comments, good or bad, don't care. It's my parade. Don't want to leave a comment, email me. All my links and information is down below. I will upload this now. And I love you all. Take freaking care and have a good evening. And I will speak to you, lovely folks, tomorrow. I love you all sincerely. Thank you. Thank you for staying with me. Love you all. Bye.